the Director of Human Resources for Hilton, as she mentioned, and it's not a very popular job sometimes. But I'm here to talk to you about a couple of different aspects of my involvement with YLA. I'm going to talk to you from the employer standpoint, and I'm also going to talk to you, parents in the back, from a parent standpoint. So first of all, I'm going to tell you how I got pulled into YLA, John Wynn, wherever you are. Tricked me into YLA. I met John Wynn years ago. He was about 17 years old. He was one of the original founders of YLA. And I met him at a State of the City luncheon that the mayor was putting on, and he coincidentally got sat at our table with a bunch of Hilton people. And he was so dynamic and so well-spoken for a 17-year-old that I was completely impressed. And of course, as a Director of Human Resources, all I kept thinking was, I am going to recruit this kid, and he's going to come work for Hilton. And the more I talked to him, the more he talked about nonprofit, and that was where his life was going to be, and he was going to direct his energy towards nonprofit. But as a good Director of HR, I kept saying, I'm going to recruit this kid, he's going to come work for Hilton. By the end of the lunch, John Wynn had recruited me to come and work with YLA. So I never did recruit John Wynn, but I still get to play with him on a regular basis, right, John? So I was impressed with John. Again, 17-year-old kid. He was well-spoken, well-mannered, conducted himself so professionally in a completely professional environment. I want to say he was probably one of the few, if any more were in the room. He was the only person in the room that was not an adult. But I think he held himself better than most of the adults, at least at my Hilton table. He conducted himself better than my Hilton managers did. So I got involved with YLA right off the bat, and I was impressed when I started working with them. The youth in this group are some of the most impressive kids I have ever seen. And so from an employer standpoint, we started pulling from those youth and started saying, you know, I need some interns for the summer, I need some kids to work on specific projects, and I knew that I could call YLA and I was going to get the top kids. Better than I'm going to get from an adult pool. So we used to pull kids from YLA as youth interns, and these kids could hit the ground running. I didn't have to teach them to show up on time. I didn't have to teach them how to conduct themselves in a professional environment. I didn't have to teach them how to interact with adults or their peers or anyone else, because of their involvement with YLA, they came equipped with all of these things. Now, as an employer, that's important, but as a mother, it's surprising to see that coming from kids. Okay? Parents, we don't expect that from our kids yet, right? We want it, but we don't expect it. So I was impressed. And of course, I want to hire all the kids, but I can't because they're going off to college. So we used them as youth interns, and they were wonderful. Never had one issue. And I always had my managers coming saying, can I have this kid again next summer, or can we hire them? Because they were always impressed. So from an employer standpoint, YLA teaches the kids that join YLA everything that they need to succeed in the world of business. It doesn't matter what your business is. I'm in the hospitality business, and they flourished in that environment. But there's a lot of opportunity they have with the local government, with Disney. Disney started their own internship program specifically for YLA because the kids are that impressive when they complete this program. So from an employer standpoint, again, we don't like to hire people that are, let's say, 18, because they do have to be taught to come to work on time, to dress appropriately, how to conduct themselves, how to follow the rules. But the kids from YLA come equipped with that information and those skills. So invaluable. And I don't know of any other organization that is so well-rounded that teaches them all of those things. Now, from a parent's perspective, I am also a mother of 3. That's actually what I call my real job. And from my perspective, I have children from the age of 3 all the way up to 13. And so I'm holding on to YLA until my 13-year-old is old enough to get in. I'm trying to secure a spot, okay? Because I know no matter what he learns in school, no matter what he learns in church, no matter what I can teach him, YLA can help well-round him to the areas that I can't do by myself. So I'm really hoping that my son gets into YLA. Now, from an investment standpoint as a parent, you know, we had a lot of conversations about entry fees into YLA, and as a parent I kept saying, you're kidding, that's all you're charging now is $50. Because as parents, and all of y'all in the back, you know what I'm talking about, we put so much money into events, organizations, sports, because we want our kids to come away from it with additional skills and ability. So you might have your children in football. They're going to learn teamwork. You might have, like I have my children in karate, I want them to learn confidence. You might have your children in acting so that they get comfortable in front of people. YLA does all of those things for $50. So what do you pay for all these other events? We have one parent that pays $800 for football. I pay $1,000 a year per child for karate. I pay $120 a month per kid for swimming. So when you look at what YLA can give in 2 semesters, and you pay $50 for the first semester, $25 I think for the second semester, you're getting $75 worth of complete, well-rounded leadership skills that all of those sporting events and you know, swimming, karate, anything like that, all together can't offer you. Okay? They can offer you 1 or 2 elements, but they can't offer you all of those. So I have a little bit bias towards YLA because I've been involved for so long, but I've not seen one bad thing that has come out of this group. Every year it gets better and better. Every year the youth get more and more impressive, and the programs get more and more impressive. So as a person involved with YLA, I'm proud to be associated with it. I'm proud to be a part of it. As a company, Hilton has been involved with it almost since the inception, and we continue to contribute and give to YLA because it's an organization that we believe in. We need and want good leaders of tomorrow, and we know that this is the organization that can give that. So that's why I'm here for YLA, and I'm going to be around if anybody has any other questions. Okay, thanks.